I would like to, today I'm third speaker of the team, and I would like to say that you said earlier that you will focus on small mistakes, but small mistakes can lead to big mistakes, and we should account for every small mistake. Because who knows, maybe that small mistake could just lead to bigger and bigger and bigger mistakes which cost your life in the end. Okay, so my first point is that reaffirm my two colleagues' points. People should be taught beauty comes from within. God creates every one of us in his own special and unique way. Therefore, we should learn to appreciate and be grateful of our looks. After all, we are made in his own image. Inner beauty is clearly far more better than outer beauty, as it's long-lasting, sincere, it shows your sincerity, your purity, your genuinity, whereas plastic surgeries are superficial and artificial. True beauty comes from within, and people will definitely appreciate your inner beauty. Come on, so what if you look so great and all, but deep down, what's the point? If you, deep down, it's really what matters in you. Deep down is important, not what's outside. Let's say you give a job to that person. Why would I give a job to someone who looks good but can't teach? What's the point? You know what I mean? And I should give the person who can maybe not so good looking but can do the capable job and bring in more better things for my company and its purposes. Second,
I don't want POI.
My second point would be psychologists.
You know that according to statistics, right? People with good face, nice face, right? No face problem, right? Can get a job better, you know. You know, statistics have shown that. I tell you, would you want, you know, like he said, the hunchback of Notre Dame, what into?
Yeah, but what if the person can work
and you know that, right?
And the good-looking one cannot work?
And you know that, right? People has attributed good-looking people as clever, as smart, and as something very good, yeah. You know that beauty is a gift from God.
And Pastor also mentioned that character is the inner attitude and value. Reputation is how you appear on the outside, while character is what you are on the inside when nobody is around. Okay, my second point is psychologically speaking, many people suffer from body image complexes, thinking that they look for far worse than they really are. So many people turn to plastic surgery to fix their perceived flaws. People with severe body image complex, a condition known as body dysmorphic disorder, instead of giving people plastic surgery, we should give them counseling to tell them that they are loved and they should appreciate themselves for who they really are. And my last point would be plastic surgery makes you lose your true identity and doesn't help you improve your inferiority complex, but instead it does the opposite. For example, will you feel good if people were to ask you, members of the floor, or not, whether your part of your body which undergone the surgery is really real? Plastic surgery is thought to make you feel better and all, but in the end when people ask you, you're going to have to lie to them, you know, and then deep down you know you're lying to yourself and you're not going to feel good about it. It's fake. Come on, fake, man. And then the next point.
POI. If you have decided to go for plastic surgery, then you should be prepared to face the consequences and how people will be looking at you, right?
Yeah, but deep down next point, most people do plastic surgery because they want to get accepted. Is it worth to go through all that trouble and even going under the knife to impress others? Even at the end of the day, they do like you. What's the point? They only accept you because of the changes.
Okay, with reference to what my colleague just said, yeah, it is worth it to the particular person. He, she, or it chose to actually go through this surgery to actually look better. So again, I reinforce that, as another wise man once told me, that you can actually choose the decisions you make, but you cannot choose the consequences. So if you actually choose, for example, to jump in a pool, can you choose not to get wet? Similarly to plastic surgery. Thank you.
And I was saying the only reason you change is the only reason they accept you is because of the changes you made, and you're not really who you are deep down. So these are not really true friends. And Pastor just now mentioned that we have to mix with the right people, giant killers and all that stuff. Okay. My final part is that everybody is beautiful in their own eyes. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. There's no point in trying to beautify oneself in order to get attention of others. As Pastor mentioned, going for the looks and the books, and you end up with a crook. I stand firm on my point that plastic surgery does more harm than good.
Okay, thank you. Now, 1 minute. 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
If you got any good debating topics, do SMS JJ Esther. So we'd like to know more creative ways we can go into debates. I think we all enjoy all this.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Opposition. Summary, please. Faster.
So in conclusion, after all the points me and my teammates have presented, such as undergoing surgery, a cause of undergoing surgery, the risks, the pain, the complications and side effects, we are who we are, so we should appreciate how God has made us. And God has created us. Members of the floor, so we not want a repeat of the tragedy of the very talented Michael Jackson. From a young, talented man with a true identity of a black and a presentable, he lost his identity and ultimately his life. Due to plastic surgery, which led to drug abuse, to stop the pain and the agony he was suffering from. What good does plastic surgery do then? It cost the life of someone such a great talent to us. But like what Reverend Al Sharpton said, the king of pop will still need to meet the king of kings. Where's the Bible verse? Before I end my speech, I'd like to quote a Bible verse, 1 Peter 3 to verse 3 to 4. Do not let your adornment by merely outward arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel. Rather let it be the hidden person of the heart with the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. God looks at us on the inside, not on the outside. What's the point? You look good, inside. It's all about inner beauty. What? Eventually, those little body parts which you do plastic surgery on will sag. Maybe your boobs will sag. Your butt. You do a butt lift. Your butt lift will sag. Your face. You uplift it. You will sag. So before I end my speech, I'd like to stand for my point that plastic surgery does more harm than good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Can I start? Okay. First of all, I would like to remind everyone that beauty is not wrong. Okay. So generally, people will say that okay, don't go for plastic surgery, go for counseling instead, so you can build up the inner person. To go out and face the world to be what. But generally, we are all living in a very cynical world, and so if normal society outside, let's just assume that every one of us here is like the perfect Christian. We actually make friends with people who don't look so normal. Okay. Okay. So if generally when the people outside do not accept this sort of people, so what help will counseling do? Plastic surgery actually gives them the first step to actually being a better person in and out. Okay. What was my next point? Okay, secondly, let's see. Now, with respect to what they said about keeping your beauty, if we were made perfect, we wouldn't need plastic surgery. In fact, if we were made perfect, we'd be like made for each other, everything all set. So the fact is we are not perfect, and we are actually given the opportunity. God gives us a choice. It was never enforced on us. It was a choice to actually choose the path we want to take. And with respect to what my friends over here said, that if you actually go for the what looks and the books, and you wind up with a hook and a crook. Okay, so generally, if you are beautiful on the outside and someone is looking for you, Pastor has already taught us not only to look at the book and the look, but to actually see the personality. So aside from that, that should be no problem to what plastic surgery can do. So if the person is good looking on the outside, and if you are discerning on the inside, we will have no problem finding someone that's pretty, rich, or handsome, at the same time not a crook. Okay, and last but not least, I would like to conclude that in the Bible, Sarah was actually given a chance to look better. So Sarah was initially Sarai, which actually meant...
Okay, time's out.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I thank everyone for the time here, and I strongly reinstate that plastic surgery does more good than harm. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Both teams are requested to cross over the floor and shake hands.